to do a review of the graphic novel version of Madeline L'Engle's A Wrinkle in Time. So this was illustrated by Hope Larson, and I didn't actually enjoy it all that much. So the story of A Wrinkle in Time, which I'm sure you're all familiar with, it's a very popular and iconic book, is about space-time travel, it's about otherworldly events, it's about good and evil and friendship. So on a superficial level, the main character, Meg, is on a quest to find her father and free him from the various evils that he has encountered whilst working for the government. So her dad's been missing for a long time, and suddenly this sort of otherworldly old woman comes and decides that she can help, and various things like that happen. So the story is awesome. The story is really, really compelling and exciting, and it makes you think. There's lots of science involved, which is really interesting. And the characters are super great. Meg is very stubborn and stalwart, and she's really great. Charles Wallace, her little brother, is a genius, and he's super interesting. We'll say that. Super interesting. And Calvin is just a sweetheart. Everyone loves Calvin O'Keefe. Anyway, the reason I didn't like this as much as I wanted to is because there was no color. Now there's color on the cover, you can see that right there, but on the inside, see, it's all grayscale. And that wouldn't have been a big deal for me, except I thought that the story deserved color. I don't know whether they did it because it was a cost issue, they didn't want to maybe print in color or something, but the story didn't really pop, it didn't come to life, it didn't have that je ne sais quoi about it, you know, that the story I felt deserved. I mean, if you're going to go to the trouble to interpreting this iconic and amazing story into a graphic novel, you might as well do it justice and give it some goddamn color. So yeah, it really, I mean, because of the lack of color, I didn't really pay attention to the illustrations. I read the words, I skimmed the page, but I didn't really look at any of the drawings. And that's really unfortunate, and I'm sure not what Hope Larson, the illustrator, was going for. So yeah, I don't know whether it was style or cost, but that really took away from my reading experience, I found. Apart from that, I felt the ending was a little bit rushed. Sort of everything happened and then, everything's done. It was really, really quick in the end. And I don't remember if it's like that in the actual book, but I feel like it wasn't. I feel like it was an interpretive aspect, maybe, and yeah. So I'll give it a 3 out of 5 because the story's awesome, and the drawings are nice. Like here's an interpretation of some of the main characters, Mrs. Who and Mrs. What's It. There you are. So it was interesting to see them come to life because Mrs. What's It, Mrs. Who, and Mrs. Which are all sort of ethereal, supernatural, otherworldly beings, so it was interesting to see somebody's interpretation of how they would have looked physically, because I always sort of imagined them as like ethereal clouds without having really a form. So that was interesting. So because of that, and because of the no color, I'd give it a 3 out of 5. So worth a read, but don't get your hopes up too much if you're expecting wonders. This isn't it. So yeah, let me know what you think. If you have any suggestions for reviews, I'd love to hear them. That's all, and see you next time. Bye!